What if I told you that JP Morgan literally just confirmed what's about to happen? And it's definitely exciting, it's interesting, and it pertains to exactly what Ripple has been pushing for a little bit of time now. And we are going to be talking about this. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hope that by the end of this video you do become a subscriber. And also, if you're not in the free Discord with over 6,000 plus additional members, you guys are missing out. It is the #1 crypto Discord in this space, and it's completely free. So dive on in. There's a link at the top of the description. Join it. You won't regret it. With that being said, let's dive on in and let's talk about stablecoin adoption. Going back to July, I put a big spotlight on this. Anthony Pompliano actually posted it. There was 2.8 trillion of stablecoin transactions volume in Q2, which is an all-time high. The market is telling us it wants a digital dollar running on modern rails. Now over here, we actually have the stablecoin market capitalization followed by the transactions. Now, back in 2022, we put a spotlight on stablecoin transactions because it nearly hit $3 trillion, which was insane to say the least. But now we are nearing 3 trillion exact, because back in 2022, it was almost like 2.5 trillion or so. Now we're getting close to that 3 trillion mark. And we're starting to see things heating up in a large way around stablecoin transactions, because we're almost at $5.5 trillion in stablecoin transactional volume in 2024 alone. By the end of this year, I do believe that we are going to be well over $10 trillion in stablecoin transactional volume, which, just thinking about that, saying it out loud, is crazy to me. And it proves why Ripple has been so pro stablecoin in, the recent months, and why I personally believe it's going to change XRP and the XRP ledger in a very large way. I think that's going to affect it in a very large way. I think that's going to affect it in a very positive way itself. And I think that's going to welcome in a lot more, not only volume, value, but also users and use cases. But why am I bringing this back up? Well, over here we have a post from Black Swan Capitalism. We have, interestingly, even emerging markets are turning to financial technologies like XRP and XLM for stability as fiat currencies become unstable, indicating that these technologies are the key to stabilizing economies in the future. 50% surge in stablecoin transactions last year, and here we have emerging markets embrace stablecoins despite significant premiums. Stablecoins have become essential for financial transactions, especially in regions where local currencies remain unstable or where access to traditional US dollars remains limited. Now, remember what I've talked about when it comes to stablecoins and stablecoin adoption. Recently I was outside of the United States, and I was in an area where it was not, financially, or I shouldn't even say financially, it was not economically thriving, okay? A lot of the individuals there have family members in the States that work and send money back home. And I actually had a very interesting conversation with, a native speaker there, barely spoke some English. And I was talking to him a little bit about Western Union. I was talking to him about how Western Union is taking massive amounts of fees. And even he said, yeah, they see it. And in fact, it's a very big pain point. Stablecoins are a very easy way to send and receive money. It is one of the biggest things to focus on. Obviously, yes, sending and receiving money through XRP is also very cheap. It's very affordable, but stablecoins themselves are very liquid. They're highly liquid. You can transfer them. You can convert them into, fiat currency, send it right to your bank account or whatever the case may be. That's where stablecoins become a very big focus of mine, because it is really kind of solving those inefficiencies around our current financial system where, sending and receiving money cross borders is so damn expensive. Yes, XRP and XLM are still solving that. I just think that stablecoins on these ledgers like the XRP ledger, it's a game changer for that use case as well. It actually supports that use case. But that's why so many people are looking into stablecoins as well, because not only are, fiat currencies themselves failing or becoming unstable, it's also the fact that utilizing fiat currencies across borders, it's just ridiculous. But outside of this, we also have on Ripple's website, the Ripple USD, transact with confidence using Ripple USD. Instant payouts and easy fiat to stablecoin on and off ramps worldwide. Hold, buy, and trade USD on chain with a stable purpose built for payments. With a stablecoin, purpose built for payments Ripple USD or RLUSD is being designed to maintain a constant value of $1 issued on the XRP ledger and Ethereum blockchains. Ripple USD will be fully backed by a segregated reserve of cash and cash equivalents and redeemable one-to-one for US dollars. And here we have Ripple USD for business, remittance, and money transfers. Again, cross-border settlement. That's the big focus. Centralized exchanges, payment service providers. Why use Ripple USD? Deep liquidity, multi-chain issuance, programmable finance, instant settlement. Like, these are all of those great use cases that we have been focused on for a while when it comes to, XRP as well. But outside of this, we have stablecoins, essential and impact. The market capitalization of major stablecoins has grown significantly, and today they represent 10% of the digital asset market, with increasingly recognized potential to streamline transactions and bolster efficiency within the financial sector. Stablecoins and other digital asset types are poised to have even more significant impact on the global financial system. Now, if we actually look at this full report, this is a full breakdown of stablecoins. They emerged in the DeFi sphere as a reliable medium of exchange amid the sector's inherent volatility. Their utility is now expanding beyond DeFi, finding applications in humanitarian aid and other areas, signaling a broader adoption of digital assets in the global financial landscape. Now, they do mention, the overall value behind stablecoins. They also represent 10% of the digital assets market. Fiat-backed stablecoins, in particular USDT and USDC, continue to reign supreme in the stablecoin sector, accounting for about $100+ billion of the aforementioned 10%. And a recent report projected about 2% of global money supply via stablecoins and CBDCs could be tokenized over the next 5 years, which is about $3 trillion. Now, they do go on to mention a few other things as well. I don't really want to go in depth on this and waste too much time. Down here, we have understanding stablecoins, essentials, and impact. Again, giving us a breakdown, 93% of fiat reserve-backed stablecoins represent 93% of the market today. Stablecoins are a very large piece of the puzzle. Now, here we have the principles and the initial use case. They do mention DeFi, they mention gaming, they also mention, medium of exchange for everyday transactions and things like that. But here we have stablecoins function as a means of payment within the digital asset ecosystem due to their cross-blockchain utility. They are the main option for those commercial and retail transactions where holders wish to sidestep most of the volatility of traditional cryptos, representing over 80% of trading volumes on major crypto exchanges. And here are the benefits of stablecoins: price stability and value storage. We have accessibility and storage, geography agnostic, ability to engage with smart contracts, access the public blockchain ecosystem, lower costs on global transfers as well. These are great efficiencies. Now, of course, there's some key considerations like regulatory environment, collateral dependence, and security vulnerabilities. But for the most part, stablecoins have that massive value behind them and that massive utility behind them as well to ultimately change the entire money transfer game. Down here, we have digital aid through stablecoins, a new frontier in humanitarian aid or assistance. They do mention Stellar here because, again, Stellar has been doing a great job with USDC, especially around humanitarian aid. It's a big use case that really kind of provides us with a real world example of a solid use case through stablecoins. Now, they do mention the integration and regulatory landscape, more so integrating stablecoins into the banking system. It presents with regulatory challenges, particularly in consumer protection, financial stability, and transparency. Banks issuing stablecoins must address these challenges, focusing on risk management, consumer protection, anti-money laundering, operational resilience, transparency reporting, and legal challenges, which a lot of this is already changing. In fact, Ripple has been having a lot of major discussions with some key players like even the US Treasury around stablecoins and how we can finally integrate and implement them into the global financial system or the banking system. And here we have looking ahead, stablecoins emerging as stabilizing force in the volatile DeFi sector have grown beyond their initial use case to become a vital tool in areas like humanitarian aid and also global transfers. The key here is global transfers because it is a big game changer for those economies where people are affected. Every cent counts. It really does. Now, JP Morgan. So they do mention JP Morgan a little bit in here around these tokenized deposit tokens like JPM coin, for an example. They're not really a big deal to me. In fact, who's actually going to be utilizing it outside of JP Morgan? Probably not a lot of people, but a lot of banks are doing this. Over here, we have from Smoke Dog, catalyst for crypto adoption in 2024 will be positive stablecoin legislation in the US. This is exactly why Ripple has been so pro stablecoin. I think that they perfectly timed this out Stablecoin legislation has been brewing for a while. In fact, back in the beginning of this year, Circle CEO said that it's a very good chance that the US passes stablecoin laws this year. We also have over here, US crypto regulations are moving against a CBDC and non-compliant stablecoins like Tethered. This is from JP Morgan. Again, a very big statement from JP Morgan. Now, when we talk about CBDCs, remember what a stablecoin actually is. It is a government issued stablecoin. That's what a CBDC actually is. A stablecoin itself can be issued out by a private company like Ripple, but a CBDC, it's just a fancier way of saying government issued stablecoin. That's pretty much it. So yes, they're moving against CBDC, but they're not moving against a stablecoin issued out by the government, aka a CBDC. But also, we have over here, the time for US stablecoin regulation is now. And all of this is happening around roughly like June, July of this year. The pressure is definitely on the US to have some type of stablecoin regulation because they are falling greatly behind. Russia is pushing forward with stablecoin legislation. The ECB, or the EU region, is pushing forward when it comes to stablecoin regulation. The UK also. So it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, probably before the end of this year, that we actually have some type of regulatory framework regarding, stablecoins within the US. Now over here, like I said, catalyst for crypto adoption in 2024 will be positive stablecoin legislation in the US. And if we actually take a quick look at this, here we have Visa payments volume versus stablecoin transaction volume. Now, this is very interesting. I've talked about it on multiple occasions already. The green is obviously the stablecoins. Visa is like the darker green or so. It's like aquamarine. But anyways, back in 2022, almost 8 trillion. I think that this is wrong because I remember specifically stablecoins hitting like $11 trillion versus the almost $12 trillion Visa volume. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I remember. Now in 2023, it dropped a little bit. Expect it. 2024, I do think that we rival Visa. But down here we have, and I'm sure that you guys probably can't really see it because of the interface, but it's okay. An added catalyst in 2024 could be the adoption of positive stablecoin legislation in the US. While crypto as a whole gets mixed reactions in Washington, stablecoins have bipartisan appeal as they allow the US to export dollars around the world. At a time when many fear the dollar is losing its role as the global reserve currency, stablecoins open a gateway to additional demand for the greenback. If we see positive legislation on stablecoins in 2024, the space could grow rapidly. And yes, it 100% can. And also over here, we have stablecoin bill may pass before the election. JP Morgan says they're typically not wrong. We'll have to watch, wait, and see on this. But guys, yes, a US dominant stablecoin can 100% back the global reserve currency status. Got to remember that these stablecoins in the space are tied back to the US dollar anyways. It supports the US financial system. It supports the reserve currency. So stablecoins could be a gateway for additional demand for the greenback. It could, help dominance be retained in the US. And it could be very positive. But we don't get there without that regulatory side of things really kind of being approved and greenlit. So I do believe that, JP Morgan is right here. The catalyst for crypto adoption in 2024 will be positive stablecoin legislation because remember the door that stablecoins actually open. Institutional DeFi initiatives, DeFi itself, major utility. I mean, guys, it's a game changer. So as we really look at that, yeah, I think that, if we do get some type of major move from the US before the end of this year regarding stablecoin regulatory moves, it's going to be very big for the space. But don't forget that it's going to be massive for Ripple, considering the fact that they planned this perfectly, in my opinion. I think that this was aligned perfectly. I think that Ripple knows. Listen, Ripple's in those heavy discussions with these big players that make these moves. I think that Ripple is really just kind of playing the game that it's given. I think that they have a role to play in this, play that's going on. When I say it's like a big show, I believe that everything has aligned perfectly for Ripple in a way that it's just not a coincidence. It's all by plan. So I think that the stablecoin is aligned with stablecoin regulation. I think that JP Morgan really kind of just confirmed that with us, that this is a massive catalyst. And if this does happen by the end of this year, watch out, because things are going to heat up in a large way. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.